I seen you make a face when you said the word excuses. It was almost like a face like, there's really no such thing as excuses. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to get it done. But at the same time, the emotion that I gathered from that was you really did feel overwhelmed and it did affect your mindset. So when it comes to like, pro athletes, I wonder with y'all, y'all have, families. Sometimes, you got your family that you came up with before you made it. You got your homeboys you came up with before you made it. You have, whether it be a wife, whether it be a girlfriend, whether it be kids. How do you like juggle the work-life balance as a pro athlete? And does that affect your mindset to a point to where when we see some games where a player may be off, that played a part into it?
All of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I had my kid, my daughter, late in my career. I only had her 2 years before my career was over with. So she was still young. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, I played in Green Bay. Very small community. It wasn't a lot of stuff to do. Football is life in Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have the pressures of having to deal with living in like a Florida, Miami,
right?
Where you can go party and club. It wasn't none of that. It was like, you're going to show your ass up to the stadium.
Okay.
In this game, and you're going to take your butt back home. So family, it was a very, very family-oriented community up there. But you never really learn how to juggle that stuff, to be honest with you. And I think that's what people have to understand. It's a lot of pressure that folks really just do not get. I mean, you tell me what 21-year-old, you just throw millions of dollars in their pockets. You ain't never had that shit before. So you finna just do whatever. And then everybody telling you something and you like, you don't know who to believe. And for me, my situation was different, man. It was hell for me every year I was in the NFL. It was a fight. But, not to go into too much details, it was 5 of us growing up. My mom, my dad was married. My dad made $20,000 a year. My mom was the only person at home taking care of us. She was running the ship while my dad was at work. He was still there. So when I left, literally going into the draft, my grandmother passed in my bedroom in my house. My mom had cancer. My parents ain't had no car. I still had brothers. So it was like me. It wasn't you talking about making an excuse. It wasn't no excuse. Like, man, nah, I'm the reason. They the reason why I'm here. So if I don't put my back against the wall and go get it for them, who am I? But that's just all, character. That's just the person, the individual, who you are. That's just who I am. They gave to me. If you give me a penny, I'm finna give you millions. I mean, I owe it to you because every little piece of that, pie, it adds up at the end of the day and it creates who you are and the reason why you do the things that you do. So it's a no-brainer for me. I don't make excuses for shit, man. I still sleep 3 hours a day. I wake up. I'm excited, man. Every day, like, look, I'm finna go get it no matter what it is. I got 3 mortgages. You know what I'm saying? I got to go get it. So it is what it is.
We're dealing with all that because it's a whole lot. I just was always curious, how do y'all really deal with like the women's situation and being a pro athlete, right? God damn, it's stressing me out when I see y'all. There's something happen on the news with y'all. I be like, God, leave them motherfuckers alone. Like, and not only how did you deal with it personally, but like, did you ever go through like a stage of where like you not even knowing who's who when it came down to them? Because in that life, y'all are just target. It's not she liked me for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So can you share that with us?
I think you said it best right when you ended it, and it really don't have to go no further than that. You already know what it is, you know what I'm saying? But then again, it just goes to the individual. See, me, this is my thing. Time is money. If I got to be sitting there playing around with you, I ain't making no money. And I ain't got time for that foolery, you know what I'm saying? Because I told you before, my family was going through too much. And me personally, it wasn't like I was just walking on, gold roads. I had surgeries. I was in, I got suspended a couple years. I missed a lot of games and I was trying to come back from stuff. So for me, it was just like, I didn't have, like I told you before, I didn't have a choice. So it just all depends on what you focus on. To me, at the end of the day, a woman ain't gonna make me no money. She gonna make me some babies, but then at the same time, that's gonna cost me money. So what, which road do you want to travel along? And then, like you said,
you're strict on that mindset. Like you never got in a mode where you're like, damn, I wish I did at least have somebody. Like,
You know what? No, I did.
Like, I mean, where it's just always been like, nah,
I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm a saint. At the end of the day, I didn't have my fair share of troubles with women, but
you got
learn quick. So for me, one time is all it takes for me.
Right.
I can get in trouble. It's just one time. That's all it takes for me. You do it once. If I do it once and I mess up, I ain't finna make that same mistake again. Because, like I said, for me, I keep moving. That's just me. I keep moving. I don't got time for it. But I didn't have my fair share of trouble with it. But I didn't. I mean, shit. It was worse when I got out of the league. Still to this day, I pull up at the gas station and women follow me all the way to my subdivision. I go to the damn grocery store. Oh, no, I swear to God.
No, I know you did, but God.
No. I can believe it.
Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah. It's stupid, but you just ignore it after a while. Like, listen, I know what you want. That ain't what I want. I'm cool. I'm finna go home and kick it.
Yeah. I was gonna say that because it's like when you see somebody, you know what I'm saying, at a certain size. I mean, we do it with kids. When we see a kid at a certain height, we like, you playing ball? You know what I'm saying? You just assume with that size there's something else that goes with it. I got my cousin, right? We were at the Hard Rock. This was when the Super Bowl was. It was when Pittsburgh was playing the Cardinals. Before y'all beat us, I'm a Steelers fan. Y'all beat us that next. Anyway, we were at the Hard Rock, and my cousin, he's like 6'4", 230. You know what I'm saying? And he played ball, but then he didn't play pro ball. He didn't get to the pros. He had, had an injury. So my cousin James, just a girl getting in his face, like looking in his face, and she literally asked him, who does he play for? Yeah. And it was just like, what the hell? It was like, because she figured, okay, this is a Super Bowl weekend. He looks like the size of an NFL player. Mm-hmm. At the Hard Rock. He seems to be, pretty dapper. It's like, it's got to be some dollar signs behind that. So I guess you answered that question already for me as far as being targeted. With that, was there ever a time where you didn't notice the targeting, where it wasn't as blatant, and maybe it was someone that you felt like there was genuine interest, and then you realized like, oh, this is something else? Does that ever happen to with you? Or?
Yeah, man, but because we on air, I'm not gonna go into too many details, but that's how I ended up with my kids. So I mean, it is what it is. It's the hard truth of it. But like you said, I mean, females bold. They more bolder than dudes. I mean,
that's the word I was gonna use when he was telling me what the girls got. God damn.
They bold, man. The shit that they do, you be like, man, that's wild. Like, you really ballsy enough to do that. But if you ballsy enough to do it with me, you done did it with a whole bunch of other people. And,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna be,
that's how you do everything.
Yeah, man. That's me, man. Look, I'm a passionate person. So if I'm out to get in bed, I'm trying to do some passionate shit. But if you'd have been fucking around with everybody, I can't do all that. Yeah, so that's just me. I like to keep myself in that type of realm, but man, you stay away from it, man. They come at your neck too, and they don't care.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. It's true. Me, I'm too damn picky. I don't give a damn what you got, baby. But if I don't like your ass, I don't like you. I'm sorry.
Hey, if you ain't bringing nothing to the table, don't pull up no seat. You feel me?
And listen, I don't give a damn. Like I said, it ain't about what you're bringing. Bring a good vibe, bitch, fucking with me. Because the money ain't gonna work. I promise God. I'm too damn goofy for it. I can't do it.